Let's barbecue Texas in every way.
Texas in every way. So we're gonna do something a little different today. I got the Rhodes crew up in here. Ta-da! There they go. And we're gonna start off from the oldest to the youngest, and we're gonna introduce my boys. Start off with the oldest, and then I'm gonna hand the microphone to Coraline. She's gonna produce this interview, and we're gonna do it just like that. Here we go.
Well, I'm Les the Third, aka Third.
Hold the microphone, yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Hold it where you can touch it, yeah.
I'm Lizelle. I'm Leo. Ladarius.
All right, we're going to start with the first question
Hold
here.
on right quick. And I'm the pappy. I'm the pappy. Okay, so here we go. I couldn't let that out.
Pass them the mic. All right. So, boys, what are your earliest memories of the barbecue business starting in your home?
This on me? The earliest? Well, when we was going to, we used to go to like pop up on the side of the road, and he used to always ask me to go, so I used to always go in the morning to go help him barbecue and stuff.
That's cute. What's my memory? Here, I don't know. It's up to you, man.
Yeah, what's the memory that you have of the business being in the house? What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? When
I didn't like all the boxes in our house.
all the boxes that was everywhere?
Yeah.
And mine was the flag football games when they were we used to go when they used to play flag football, and we used to have a small pit.
The little
offset pit. Yeah, that was my first memory.
When did you guys realize that this wasn't just a hobby for your dad and it was going to be something big?
Starting with me.
Yeah, you go.
Whenever he stopped working at Rio Tinto, or I don't,
Yeah.
That's when I knew he was serious. Like
When I quit my job, he was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna be doing this for a while."
When Anthony came up here, it was serious for real. The first time he came up here?
Oh yeah, when my brother come up here. So when Black come up here and I needed extra help, so yeah, that was when everything changed too, because I couldn't do it by myself.
When I started getting shoes and clothes.
Probably when you went on tour.
Oh yeah, that was big. That's when you knew like that. Hey, we finna do this for sure.
What did the house smell like back then?
Barbecue.
Nah.
Yes, it did, bro.
Smoke. Barbecue smoke. So this is what they disliked the most. I used to have to go get the wood. They hated unloading wood out my truck. Look, see, everybody hated to unload the wood because sometimes it would be in the heat of the summer, and I would have them up there taking turns passing the log. I had the chain gang. You know what I'm saying? You pass a log to me, I stack the log. But that's a good fun memory that we used to really sit there and unite together as a team. Would you think so? Oh, y'all don't think so? Like, they don't think so. Can y'all see that? I thought I had a team. Okay.
All right, Les, what made you take the first leap, turning your home into your first barbecue shop?
Okay. So it wasn't that I took a leap and turned my home into a barbecue business. It just happened. When we posted a video, like I've talked about the video that we posted that went viral, I was really just trying something. So once the video went viral and the orders started coming in, I didn't have warmers and stuff like that at my house in the beginning. After that video, and we were 600 orders deep, I had to turn my house into a restaurant, to a barbecue business. So that's when we started shipping. That's when we started cooking. Yeah, so that's how it all started, is when the video got posted.
All right, boys, what was it like watching your dad turn the yard and the kitchen into a smokehouse?
Crazy.
How did it feel like seeing your kitchen become a packing and shipping distribution center?
Well, it was kind of like hard to move around because we used to have like a small living room in our old house. So it was kind of like hard to move around with all the boxes and stuff in the living room.
How did you contribute?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it was a lot that they used to do. You gotta think. Now y'all got amnesia. You gotta think. You gotta remember where we come from, because it was certain things that was getting us catapulted at that time, which was like making sausage. Y'all didn't like to make sausage. You know, like I had been making sausage a while back, but we started getting so many orders to where we was having to do it by hand, and they didn't like doing it. What else? How did they contribute? They were mostly in school and in sports most of the time, so a lot of the times I did a lot of that work, and my wife worked, she was a nurse, so a lot of times I did that work by myself. When they would contribute would be on the weekends. Like, so that's when we would go do the pop-ups on the Saturdays, and maybe we'd have a catering job to do, and they would help out. And if you go back and look on TikTok, you could see them when they were little boys, and you can look at them right now, and they've grown into some fine young pups.
I'm not a
But yeah, they were little boys then, so they actually done grew up with this barbecue stuff.
Did you guys ever feel like the business took over your home life, or was it just part of who your family was becoming?
I think it was just part of who we were becoming.
First and all, shout out to Grizzly. If you're seeing this, I love your music. And
T Grizzly, young for Ladarius. Shout
what
out
was
to
I
T
finna say? What was I
Grizzly.
finna say? Wait, what was the question again?
Did you ever feel like the business took over your home life, or was it just part of who your family was?
Mostly part of who our family was. We've been doing that for a while, like the food and stuff. So
Yeah, and me personally, I think it kind of took over our home life, because you got to think. It was a lot of time before I was selling barbecue that we was going out doing a lot more stuff, far as playing sports, and you got to think the flag football game. There was a lot of stuff we was doing that they really had to change their lifestyle up to the barbecue business, because I needed their help. So we wasn't able to go play catch a lot, and we wasn't able to go do a lot of things that we used to do. But now that we're getting back to where we got all this help, now we're getting back to where we were as a family, being able to get out and do things together.
All right, what did those late nights, early mornings, and long days teach you about work ethic?
What early? They get up early.
I used to get up early.
Well, Lael would get up early. When you get up early?
Never
Oh,
used to get
but
up
oh yeah, I
early.
used.
I used to go to the Air Force Base.
Oh yeah, I used to go to
That was a
yeah.
couple times. I'm the one who
it
mostly
wasn't.
Let
Yeah.
him hear you, Lizelle.
Yeah, put it up to your thing.
Let him
Yeah,
hear you.
That was, most of it was me.
most of it.
He was out every night with his friends.
He was a senior in high school.
No, I wasn't.
All right. Who
sophomore.
was the first to run when you guys had to work, and then who contributed the most?
I don't know about that.
who was the first to run when we had to work?
The first to run is this guy.
What do you mean run?
What you mean run?
He never
Hide.
went to work.
Like hired to work?
Hide.
Well, at least when I, yeah.
Why you keep
Disappear.
trying to play with me?
Disappear doing work.
Yeah.
Oh, they all to do it, man. They all to disappear. I got. What I'm looking for, you go knock on the restroom door, they stand there down there 45 minutes. So they all disappear. So yeah, but Lael helped me out. But they all contributed. They all contributed to getting us out the house and to getting the business started. I feel like, far as mama, I feel like every one of the boys, like we didn't have a staff. It was just us. So they had no choice. It was days they didn't want to get up early, but money talks though. You give them a few dollars, they get up with a smile on their face. But this one, he spent it in the same day. So
When you get money, it's made to be spent, not to hold. Like I get it. I'm gonna spend it in a day.
What do you like to
Doesn't
spend it
matter.
on?
Candy, some other DoorDash, a lot of things.
How old is so? Ladarius is my youngest son. Ladarius is 15, and so he's the candy eater. He's the one to eat all the candy. He's the one to eat all the cereal, and he'd leave the empty boxes. Like that, what he do? That what they all do. Whoa. But Ladarius is the ringleader to the chaos that goes on in the pantry.
When it's there, when I get on eating, I don't feel like taking it out, so I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, so now we know. So I'm glad. Thank you for letting me know.
It's gonna keep happening.
Make people think there's a full box still
Yep.
sitting there.
Yeah, we got to make sure we fix
That's what I like. That's what I like about that too.
That's what I like about that.
All right. Is there a lesson your dad taught you through action, not words, that stuck with you?
Is there a lesson that you learned through actions?
Through action, right? Let me see that. Hold up. A lesson through actions.
Yeah.
But basically hard work and dedication, because everything's running. He still get up at 4 a.m. to come to work and make sure everything is done, and he dedicated everything he got to this. So that's my lesson.
Wait, what'd you say again? What was the question?
What has your dad taught you through the things he's done, like through action, not by words?
Like, what have I done?
Let me think. Hold on, let me come back.
He made a dream come to light.
That's right.
I remember as a little kid, him just saying like, "Ooh, imagine if I could sell this," you know, him making stuff and just. And look at him now.
They used to laugh at me. You can't sell that. Hey, but think about this right here though. This go get you. But y'all remember when we moved into the house over there that we moved out into the other house? But y'all remember when we moved over there and I told y'all after we rent this house, we ain't rent no more. I'm buying the next house. You know what they told me? How? How you gonna do that? How you gonna buy this house you talking about? And look what happened with the Oxtails. They came along and got them a new house.
Well, I never thought that because that house that we were living in before was bad, like hot, everything. So I thought we was gonna stay in there forever and just rent another one, but turns out that didn't happen.
Didn't happen. I kept my word. I didn't know how it was gonna happen.
So you prefer this house?
Yeah, right now that we're living, for sure. Everybody do.
They begged me to move into this house early.
Well, you weren't in our situation though. Yeah, your room wasn't. Yeah, your room wasn't hot.
Yeah, it was burning hot. I ain't gonna lie. The room was hot. It was a good experience. And what it actually did is just humbled all of us. So we were so used to being up here. The good Lord brought us back down for a minute and say, hold up, y'all got to appreciate these things that I'm bringing into y'all lives. So at that point, definitely been a journey. Definitely.
The thing
Don't be
about
doing
it,
it on camera.
the thing about it is, he's always been like a marketer. I remember when we were little, he used to have like a bunch of shirts, and me and him went to go sell like all of them in one day.
Yeah.
Sun up to sundown.
Sun up to sundown, and that was when I was in the fitness. I created a brand called Les Rhodes Gym Life 1-on-1, and so me and Lael used to go sell the shirts. We printed a lot of shirts, and me and Lael would put them on the back of my truck and go out and sell them. And we were selling them shirts for $20 a piece, and we'd go sell 50 or 60 shirts, and that's just being a how could you say it? Like, well, when people like this, you inspire other people, especially when I was in fitness, and they see that you could do that, and it really prepares them that they could do the same journey. So they wore those shirts by being inspired, and they supported the hell out of us. Yeah.
Speaking of being inspired, have any of you been inspired to follow in your dad's footsteps or take on leadership in the business, and why?
I mean, I think about it all the time. Like, if sports don't go well, that's probably what I'll come and do. But like, if sports go well, I want to go play sports. But if it doesn't go well, I want to come here and work.
I want to be able to, have my own career and then still be here, like helping out. Like, what do they call it?
Supporting the business?
No, like a silent business owner or whatever. Yeah, like that.
Oh, that you would put
Silent investor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, an investor.
Yeah. Like if I don't get like an offer or nothing, then yeah, I'll come work here and try to take over the business. But
what
for
position?
now,
What are you looking for an offer for? In what sport?
in football.
It's Michael.
Oh, in football, yeah.
In football? Yeah, they love football.
And I want to follow and help do this, or even after he's done, I want to do this and try to see if we keep pushing it.
Right. Yeah. So, and that's what we talk about at the house and stuff like that, like their goals, their dreams. There's a lot of hard work been put in to get to this point, and with the team that we have behind us, like the supporting cast, and it's unbelievable where we're at right now. And I used to always say, that I used to just pray that the good Lord to let them see, everything come to light, and He has. So I'm grateful for that, and man, just watching them grow up. It seems like time goes so fast when you're doing this barbecue, when you're marketing and stuff like that. You look around, you're like, damn, they're growing up, but at the same time, they're learning the business. I tell Lizelle, like, it'll be good to go to college and get a business degree to add that into the equation, because you're not only focusing on this, but on other things that you can get involved in with business. So we have these conversations about LES BBQ sandwiches and where they would like to end up. And I'm hoping that when I'm done, that one of them stay here, because at some point, they'll be shooting the videos and doing the marketing, and the people will be looking up to them, and they'll be inspiring people. So just for them to sit around and see it, it's a good thing. Yeah.
What's one moment you witnessed growing up that made you feel proud of your dad?
One moment, that's a lot of moments. But basically how he raised us, we always had really everything we wanted, and I don't know how to say it though.
Yeah,
basically everything we wanted, like growing up as kids, even older. I'm 27, and he been here for me my whole life, and I'm grateful for him.
I would say when Des Bryant flew us out there to go do like what we do?
Our first pop-up
Our
with
first
Des
pop
Bryant.
up, and he took us to his house and everything. It was huge.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Shout out to Des Bryant, bro. We appreciate you, straight up.
I'd say mine was when he opened the restaurant. That was one amazing moment. I don't know, but shout out to Third behind me for being broke. Never having more money than me.
Shout out to Third, being broke. But yeah, so I tell you one of my proudest moments of the boys is when we left Texas and they had to make the transformation from being in Texas to Utah. They handled it so well with us making such a drastic move. Like, we had been in Texas, they had been in Texas all their life. So for them to come out here to Utah and then find good friends out here, pick good friends to hang around, unbelievable friends. All of them has good friends that's into sports, and because they always say, show me your friends and I'm gonna show you your future. That's a true statement. And so I just appreciate the way they're just normal kids. It's a lot more of the things that they could be involved in, but for them to stay focused on football, school, and then come to the business and work here at the business, I'm proud of that. I'm proud to see them here today as the four young men that my wife and I had raised, and they're just growing. And yeah, man, this is just the beginning. We're gonna keep pushing this train and until the wheels fall off. And then Ladarius, he could stay out my drawers.
That's how you feel?
Nah, but seriously though, he could continue to learn. You gotta think, he's 15 years old. So to be around this and see all this all the time is just more inspiring for him to keep pushing and to achieve his goal.
Can I talk real quick?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Les Rhodes. I'm gonna be stealing your girlfriend. Everything.
How you want that man, girl? But yeah, so what we got next?
All right. Can you remember a time when things got tough, when it didn't look like it would work out?
Hold the mic up here too.
The time when it was tough was like when we was in the house on Cerrone Drive, and like there was days where we went out on like the pop-up thing. There was days where we didn't get no orders, and then there was some days where we sold out. It was just like a gamble.
It was a big gamble.
But at this point, it's not a gamble no more, because obviously, like, we're popular now.
That's exactly right.
I say the same thing.
When it was tough, like days where you guys didn't get any real orders, how did you see your dad handle it?
Like a champ.
I mean, he handled it, but like, we just went out the next week and did it again.
It bothered me.
Did it again. It bothered him, but we did it again.
It definitely bothered me. I have nothing but against McDonald's, but I used to park. That was like my competition. I would park my food trailer. That was a set of buildings that separated us from McDonald's. So to see me, all they ever had on us was time, and then shout out to them because they were successful at what they do. But I used to just remember my food trailer sitting right there and seeing all them cars lined up at McDonald's, and we got this good barbecue, but we're not selling a lot of it. So at that point, I knew that it was all about getting the flavor out there. So it was a lot of time we gave a lot of food away. You know what I'm saying? Just to get the flavor out there. It was a lot of times that we was giving too much food on the plate because we wasn't weighing nothing and stuff like that. But yeah, it was definitely. It's different when you're sitting beside a big giant and you trying to do the same thing they do it. It's kind of like, what am I doing wrong?
Right.
Yeah.
What sacrifices did you see your dad make for this dream?
For this, he quit his job for this dream, so that's a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Any other ones? Time, sleep, home life.
Well, he gets up early every morning, every day. That's
No matter if
no matter if he's
weekend or
not
not.
working or not. It's the same thing.
Were there ever moments when you wished he would just slow down? Moments you wanted to help more?
Yeah, there was moments we wanted to help more, a lot. But we play sports and stuff, so there's not really much we could really do. So, because we have like a lot of, we don't
Training,
really,
practice.
Definitely moments I wanted to help more, but
You were busy too.
yeah, I don't want to.
vacation.
Yeah. I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah, you on vacation.
Les, how did your family support you during the toughest times?
How did they support me during it? How did they support me during the toughest time? By just showing up and rocking with me, even though we wasn't, we didn't have a line stretched around the block, but they were still showing up and they were still believing. It was time where it got shaky right there. I think all our faith was tested though. It wasn't just that their kids. I expected them from them, but even my faith was tested. So, yeah, we just had to keep moving. That's what we do.
That's right.
Keep that train moving.
How has this journey brought you all closer or challenged your relationship as a family?
I feel like our family already close, so we just keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And I feel like it's made us all closer. Like, look today, look like right now, the whole household is up here, from mama to daddy to the little pups. We got.
Have you guys always been this close though before the business?
Yeah. We was always this close. It was we always had. We've been all we had. And besides their granny, that's back in Texas. We love you, Roz. And shout out to Granny. And she is either her or my family, but I raised all my kids. That was a goal of mine and my wife's, is to raise all our kids up under one household. And so I'm all they ever knew. So yeah, we've always been close. I remember I used to pick them up and from Boys and Girls Club. I picked them up from the school. I walked around the malls with 4 little ducks behind me. I'm telling you. So yeah, we've always been close. I'm all they ever know.
What do you think the world needs to know about your dad beyond the business?
That he's truly like a good person. A lot of people look at him and think that he's mean, but he's soft. Mostly. He's soft.
Boy, I'm telling you, we wind him up on him.
But shout out to Granny for sending me $20. Lasted on my last $10 right now.
About to spend it on candy.
About to spend it on candy. Ask Leah, what was the question?
What do you think the world needs to know about your dad behind the business?
I don't think they really understand how much like comes with it. Cause like when they all like post the hating videos on like YouTube and like TikTok, they don't see what comes behind it. Like we can't like please every single person. There's just no way.
And that's a big thing. They just don't see what actually comes with, Because you got to get up early to start barbecue. You can't get up at 12 o'clock like you're going to cook some burgers or
Everything's gonna be late.
everything going to be late. So that's what having a premium product, it takes time to cook a premium product, and anything that takes time is going to be good. So, yeah. What you got over there, Cletus?
I don't got much. I can't think of anything right now.
What was the question again?
What do you want what does the world need to know about your dad behind the business?
Behind the business?
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, a funny guy. No, but a genuine person.
Yeah.
Like, he's a genuine person. He's real, and yes, yeah. That's all I got.
All right. If you had to sum up what the business means to you, not just financially, but emotionally, Les, what would you say?
Emotionally, it was so unbelievable when I went on tour. Like, and that's why I was glad that you was able to come see it the second round. But just to feel that kind of love, it's not about money to me. Like, it was about money to me in the beginning, and true enough, we're always working to make money. That's the whole thing. But at this point in my career and doing this, the money's not an issue. Right. I get more joy out of watching people love the barbecue, like the taste test and being on tour, and you got 400 or 500 people in line, and they're quoting every saying. Texas in every way, popped up. I'm gonna put you in the smoke. Yeah. Like you've actually heard them say that.
All my friends hit me up every day talking about Texas in every way.
Texas in every way. So that right there is emotional. I ain't gonna lie, I damn near cried when I was out last time. It's just the love. So I get what artists see. I get what people see that's famous when people really support them. I can see how they feel when people show that kind. It makes me want to perform at a higher level. It makes me want to keep going. It gives me hope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, straight up.
That was evident when I would talk to people and hear about how far some of them had driven, 7 hours, 8 hours just to come get a plate and meet you.
Mm-hmm. And that's right. They drive all that way to meet us, and then they'll stand in lines. That's love, man. So I appreciate that.
All right. Any funny or embarrassing moments from the house hustle days that you'll never forget?
Funny, embarrassing moments from the house cooking days.
He used to have the whole neighborhood smoked out.
Yeah, he ain't lying. You look down that road, you see nothing but smoke. But I'm gonna tell you this though, nobody ever complained about the smoke. They used to ask me in the comments, they never complained about. I mean, I'd had a whole block smoked out. That's when I started saying, I'm gonna put you in the smoke.
HOA never showed up?
They never showed up, man. I had it smoked out too.
All right, what would your younger selves think if they could see what this has become?
What would your younger self think? Or what would it say if you've seen what this become?
Mm-hmm. From when it started to what it is now.
What would your younger self say?
Oh my gosh, dude.
I'd probably just be amazed and say yeah, oh my God. But second of all, shout out to my mom for being for being with us this entire time with all this. She helps out with the most important things in here.
The realest on the team.
Yeah, the realest on the team.
Yeah, shout out to Mama.
Why is she on the podcast?
She's busy.
She's working, but we have a question here from her actually. Who's your favorite parent and why is it your mom?
I got one actually.
I can tell you why. I can tell you why Mama. Listen, I can tell you why Mama is a favorite because I'm gonna make you work for it. You ain't gonna come to me and ask me for $20 just for free, and I'd have been out all day long. Then you won't come ask me for $20. Yeah, you gotta work for it. So that's why they know if they go to Mama, she gonna peel it off. Daddy's not. So yeah.
I say I love them both the same. They're both funny. That's what I say. That's all I got.
And it's just a good atmosphere even around the house. Do we run a perfect life? No, but we all know how to support each other when times get hard. And we've been there for each other through this whole process. Like even to this day, it's certain things that they do at the house while we're out here working. So it's like we're still a team, but they're just not here all the time. One guy said in the comments the other day, I did a video with Ladarius showing him how to spray the Oxtails, and he made a comment. He said, he's just now learning that. And what I can say about that is, first of all, they're all in sports and stuff like that, but they have sprayed meat and been involved and stuff like that. But Candy is a new machine that I want to introduce them to and have them have confidence when they open them doors up on them. What do you think about Candy?
It's pretty big. It's a big pit.
A big pit?
No, I don't even know what that is. What is it?
She's an oiler.
Yeah, oil.
Yeah. So when we started off with Chanel's daddy gave us the little pit that we started with. And then from there we raised some money in their flag football games to buy Big Girl. So then Big Girl came along.
We just got to talk about how it took so long for us to get back home when we brought the first pit home.
Oh, that's a whole story. So, okay, Lael want to get into a story right quick. We get into a story real quick. So I took Lael with me to go buy Big Girl. We drove to Layton, Utah to go buy, which is about 3 hours from where we stayed. Well, when we picked the pit up, I'm walking around and I'm looking at it to even see if she was going to work. When I pulled up, I told Lael, oh, yeah, that's going to work. That's big enough. So I got to inspecting the tires and stuff like that, noticed that they was kind of dry rotted. It was getting late. It was an unsafe thought to go ahead and pull that pit off. But on the way, we had one flat, and then we had two flats. We got those flats fixed, and then we wound up, we got one flat fixed and wound up having another flat on the way, so we left that pit in Ogden. Cool. We left the pit in Ogden. We drove back to where we from. We drove back there, and then we played a flag football game. Won the playoff game, and then we left again. I left by myself that time, huh?
Yeah, I didn't go
Yeah, he didn't want to go that time. So I left by myself the next day. So it took us 2 days to get Big Girl home. And yeah, she did not want to go. And Lael never forget that because we was on the side of the road at about 12 at night. He was hot.
And you had a flag football game the next day.
Flag football game the next day.
What's your hope for the future of LES BBQ?
Where do you want to see it? You got
I
to dream big.
want to see it go up more restaurants and other places like Miami, like all the places. And I just want to see it, blow up more. Get bigger.
Yeah. What do you see the business in 5 years? What is the vision that you see?
Let me come back real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Vision that I see is like us having multiple franchises, stuff like that worldwide.
Hold on. Are you gonna be willing to run them franchises now that you know you got to have a team together?
Like I said, I want to be a
silent partner.
Yeah.
That's not running it.
It's a silent partner.
That's silent partner. You want to be a
partner.
silent partner. You don't want to do the labor though. Hey, you're good. You're pretty clever. Pretty clever. You third? Where do you see the business at?
In the future.
Where do I see it?
In the future.
Going like the dream that you see with the business.
I just see it getting bigger and just basically bigger and more successful.
And you running it?
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Well, that's about it. Like just getting bigger and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, if this episode reaches someone out there trying to build a dream from nothing, what would you like to say to them?
Just don't give up. Hard work.
Yeah, don't give up. Hard work, dedication, time. Yeah. All the above.
If it come easy, it ain't right.
Yeah.
Exactly what y'all just said.
What would you tell somebody that wanted to get into barber? How would you encourage them?
I'd probably just say a definition of you, and then I'd probably say don't give up. Like most of things in that nature.
Yeah, me personally, I would say the same thing. It's just pressing forward when you feel like you're not going nowhere. You just got to keep pressing forward. It was many days where I felt like, how could we get there? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what can I do better? and I just didn't give up. And until to this day, we're not where I see it at, but we're getting there. But it's just not giving up. It's just waking up every day with the same goal in mind, push the brand. You know what I'm saying? And that's Texas in every way. Smile for the camera.
See, now you,
All right, man, we're finna get ready to wrap it up.
My last question. If the world could only know one thing about the heart behind LES BBQ, what would it be?
If the world could know one thing about the heart.
I'm going to say one word, unstoppable.
yeah. Not too hardworking.
Yeah. One word.
One thing
One word.
about the heart of LES BBQ.
One thing I could say is the ambition and just the drive. Just the motivation, inspiring others. Because I always want to be effective. I don't just want to be in the win. You want to inspire others that's into this to look at it and be like, hey, I could do the same thing. So that's one thing about me, just inspiring others and being a mentor to others. So where you could be reached if they need any kind of information. And maybe in the future, who knows, we open up a culinary kitchen. We train kids, we give degrees, and who knows, you know what I'm saying? Like that's where we're at with this. There's so many avenues that we could hit. And that's what I want to do. I want to use the brand to give back to communities in Texas, in Utah, especially Utah. Shout out to Draper, Utah, Salt Lake City, the whole valley for supporting us and continuing to grow the restaurant. We really needed that local presence. So they showing up every day and buying to me. So thank y'all. And we love Utah. We love Salt Lake City. Our lives was changed when we got here. So we're always going to be Texas in every way. But at the same time, I've met some good people since we've been up here in Utah. So I love Utah. It's become a part of my story, and we're going to keep mashing it just like that. Oh, you want to talk and stuff when you ain't on camera, but now y'all act like y'all can't talk.
Questions are over with.
Oh, what was the last?
Questions are over with.
Okay, what was that question though? You supposed to
If
answer?
the world could only know one thing about the heart behind LES BBQ.
One thing, one word. What's the heart behind LES BBQ? One word.
Quality.
Quality.
Quality,
See,
that's
there you go. There you go. Everybody, one word. What you got, Jerome?
Stop. Like, what is up with all these nicknames? Probably smart. That's what I say.
Quality.
Quality.
Yeah, hard working.
Hard work.
Yeah, that's two words, but
Here's the main thing that I don't think gets enough attention: the marketing.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out to
marketing,
Casey. Shout out to Casey over there behind the camera, man. Like when y'all seeing these videos drop with all this editing, man, we got the baddest camera band in the country.
Yes, we do.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Casey. And we're going to wrap this session up, and I'm going to bring them back. We're going to bring them back a month from now when that heat get here and see what they looking like. Ain't it, Carlisle? We bring them back with the heat.
Hey, y'all follow my Instagram, Les Rhodes 2025.
2025?
Wait, can I say and I'm out?
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Mine is alright.
What's your Instagram?
Mine's Ladarius Rhodes. Yeah, Ladarius Rhodes 1.
You don't even know. You don't even know.
In it.
All right.
And I'm
y'all
out.
stay y'all in front of the camera. Y'all in front of the camera. Walk that way to the outside. Outside, yeah. Y'all stay tuned. And I'm out. Bet.
It was on me.
You got all them cameras on.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's how you get all the views. That one on, this one on, and that one on. All of them.
Oh, wow.
Good job, y'all. Good job. Thank you, Casey.
Nice
Good
job.
y'all.